Hi, my name is Grace Huang, and this is my Girl Scout Gold Award project on teaching Chinese through multimedia. In this series, I'll be teaching the basics of the Chinese language as well as some culture. This last episode will be different in that there will be no skit since it would be easier to understand by just having a lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching this series, and I also want to give special thanks to my advisor, Dr. Jingqiu Liu. The fifth and final episode is about holidays.
The Chinese culture has holidays very different from those in Western European culture. There are three major Chinese holidays, including Chinese New Year, Dragon Boat Festival, and Mid-Autumn Festival. Chinese New Year is called Nongli Xingnian, which means Agrarian New Year. Nongli refers to the agrarian calendar which the Chinese people used to use before receiving Western influence. The calendar is based on the sun and moon, which is different from the Western calendars. Thus, Chinese New Year does not fall on January 1st of the Western calendar, but rather around the end of January or the beginning of February, and it changes every year. It is also called Chunjie, which means Spring Festival. Chinese New Year used to mark the end of the winter season back when most of the people were farmers, so the beginning of spring was a very important time to them. Celebrations for Chinese New Year begin on Chinese New Year's Eve, which is the last day of the 12th month of the lunar calendar. New Year's Eve is called Chuxi. Families do a final cleanup of the house since it is believed that if they clean up during the new year, they would sweep away the good luck. Decorations are put up, usually in the color red, because it is a lucky color in the Chinese culture. New clothing and other items are bought to symbolize a new start. Religious families also send the kitchen god back to report about the family's good deeds to the Jade Emperor. Families then eat a reunion dinner composing of foods that represent lucky terms. For example, dumplings represent wealth because they look like the ancient form of Chinese money. Other foods are lucky because their name could be made into a play on lucky Chinese idioms. For instance, Niangao, or gluttonous New Year rice cake, is eaten because it means being prosperous every year. It is also customary for children to receive red envelopes known as hongbao. And these envelopes are money from their parents. The money is called ya shui qian. At night, families light firecrackers as a tradition. People used to believe that a monster called Nian Shou would come at night. However, the monster was scared of loud noises and the color red, which is why red is so prevalent during Chinese New Year. It also became tradition for people to stay up all night to make sure that their family is safe from this monster. There are different activities during the first few days of Chinese New Year. In the first day, there are lion dance performances to chase away evil spirits, firecrackers, and visiting relatives. Children also get a hongbao from different family members as a blessing. In the second day, women go back to visit their parents of old homes because traditionally they did not usually do so. Chinese New Year also lasts a total of 15 days, ending on January 15th of the lunar calendar. The last day of Chinese New Year is also known as Yuan Shao Jie, or Lantern Festival, because people will light Chinese lanterns and set them into the sky. On this day, the entire family gathers to eat together for a reunion. During these 15 days, children get off from school to be able to participate in all these activities. They usually get a month off from school during this time of year, in place of their winter break. Another important holiday is the Dragon Boat Festival, also known as Duanwujie. This occurs every year on the 5th day of the 5th month of the lunar calendar. This holiday is known for two things: the dragon boat races and eating rice dumplings. People often relate the origin of this holiday to a well-known traditional story. This story dates back to 300 BC, when an intelligent poet with the name of Zhu Yuan had advised the original emperor against all allying with powerful state of Qing. However, the emperor did not listen. The capital was eventually captured by the Qing state, and the poet committed suicide in a river. The people respected this man, so they went to the river and rowed a dragon boat to scare away the fish from eating his body. They also dropped rice dumplings for the fish to eat instead. Now there are annual dragon boat races where many people divide into teams and row long dragon boats on rivers to the end line. Making and eating rice dumplings has become a custom as well. The last holiday of the three is the Mid-Autumn Festival, known as Zhongqiujie. This holiday occurs on the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. It is known for eating mooncake and lighting lanterns of all kinds. The most famous legend associated with this holiday is about Chang'e, a beautiful young lady. It starts off with a man named Hou Yi, who shot down 9 out of the 10 suns and saved the people from drought and overheating. He soon became emperor and married Chang'e. However, he became greedy and wanted immortal life and searched for pills. This old man gave him 2 pills. However, they were not to be taken together. Chang'e saw that if her greedy husband were to take power forever, the people would be doomed. Decided to take both pills at once and ended up flying up to the moon, where she stays until today. People often say you can see an image of a woman and a bunny on the moon's surface. People still customarily eat mooncakes and admire the full moon on this day. There are also many other interesting holidays and traditions in this Chinese culture. However, it would be difficult to explain all of them in such a short time. You can always explore and learn more about the Chinese culture if you're interested.